they are going to listen to an administration that is ultimately trying to put them out of business.
How is the administration trying to put them out of business?
Well, they produce fossil fuels, and this president says he wants to end fossil fuel.
Thanks, everybody.
So,
Yeah, my scope's not zeroed. Let's make some adjustments. Fuck you.
You think we're bad for America? You think I'm bad for America?
Yeah.
You do?
In the long haul, I think you
Really?
and all these opinion
That's
shows.
sad, Ted.
No, you know why?
That's sad.
Because you're very good at what you do, and because you have attracted a significantly
You
more
are selling the
influential.
American
let me
people
finish the
short.
Let me finish the sentence
I'm
before
listening.
you do that.
With all due respect.
Yes,
Take the floor.
you have attracted people who are determined that ideology is more important than facts.
Think we're bad.
For the Culture TV, as well as y'all know, during the late stages of Biggie Smalls, whether as Notorious B.I.G. was planning to start his own label and start his own thing with Jay-Z and the Commission and just becoming his own boss. If you look at this footage, his CEO, ex-CEO, Sean Puffy Combs, he wasn't having it. Look at his body language. The looks in his body language shows that he was not gonna let that happen, from what I read in the comments.
Label with Springs out Junior Mafia, and they did very well. We put out Lil Kim and Lil C's and just keep making music. Label with Springs out Junior Mafia, and they did very well. We put out Lil Kim and Lil C's and just keep making music.
Hey, excuse me? Were you in Vietnam by chance?
Yes, sir.
My grandpa was too. What's your name?
I'm Craig.
Craig? Josh, thanks for your service.
You're welcome, sir.
Do you have any cool stories that you can share?
He went through the Tet Offensive time. That's when he was wounded, so.
Oh, you were wounded too?
Yeah.
What happened?
Got
If you
blown
don't-
up.
You got blown up?
That's the best way to put it. I didn't get shot. I got blown up.
He came home on a stretcher. They gave him some medical courtesy, and they said we could take your arm and your leg right now.
No. The doctor, when I went in got down to Da Nang into the Naval Hospital, the doctor said to me, we can take you into surgery right now, but we'd have to take your arm. Or you could wait until we had more time. And I said, I'll wait. So
He's got his arm.
That's-
But he
that's-
spent 9 months after he got back here to the States in a military hospital, so.
Can I do you a favor and pay for your cart today?
no, thank you.
Can I give you a gift card for your checkout?
No, you're fine.
Here, I'm just gonna set it right there. You guys can use it, okay? Nice to meet you. Thank you again for your service. Welcome home. Excuse me?
Listen, because this is misconstrued so often by the public. When a cop pulls you over, you are officially detained, right? There's case law. It's called Pennsylvania versus Mims. The Supreme Court has ruled that you must exit the vehicle if the cop asks you to. I see this lead to a lot of escalated situations, and I hate seeing things like that. I explain this to my kids that I work with on the street all the time. Whether you like it or not, you must exit the vehicle. Also, for officers, I've explained this to people, and it has helped de-escalate things when they don't want to exit the vehicle. If you're rational and explain, people usually will go along with the program. Listen.
So I got assigned this white officer. He was 6'4", tall, blonde hair, blue-eyed, the stereotypical picture of what you would think a racist cop would look, big handlebar mustache. So we ended up getting in the car with him, and we're driving to Oakwood where he worked, and I couldn't believe I was hearing it. What's up, Snow? How you doing, Snowden? God bless you, man. Thank you, man. Thanks for what you did for me, man. I appreciate you. Thanks for saving my cousin. And I'm sitting there like, you know, in shock, right? This white guy is getting more love than I've ever seen a black person get, right? So one day I asked him, I said, sir, why do these people love you so much? Because I'm thinking in my head, in my woke mind, are you so corrupt and so dangerous that these people are afraid of you that they say hello to you, right? So he pulls the car over and says, Dion, this is Oakwood. It's the most dangerous part of the area we serve. The people who live here understand there's a high level of crime and they know why we're here. Here's the thing they want from you and me. Whether we're arresting them, saving them, counseling them, they just want us to treat them like human beings with dignity and respect. And as long as you work with me, young man, you will treat everyone we contact with dignity and respect. And all I could say to that was, yes, sir. So I got assigned.
He's going to run again.
You think
it's
he
gonna
wins?
Get weird. Well, he's running against a dead man. Biden shakes hands with people that aren't even there when he gets off stage. If he was anyone else, if he was a Republican, if that was Donald Trump doing that, every talk show would be screaming for him to be off the air. But by the way, I'm not a Trump supporter in any way, shape, or form. I've had the opportunity to have him on my show more than once. I've said no every time. I don't want to help him. I'm not interested in helping him. He's going to run again.
What happens to child molesters in prison?
I have a lot of stories on this, but this is probably one of the more colorful ones. Sometimes through administrative oversight, beautiful fucking things happen. There was a dude in an institution that I was at, and the father of his victim ended up on the same fucking pound. He knew one of the homeboys that I was chilling with out on the fucking yard. He came up and explained the situation and asked if he could get a tool. I'll let you connect the dots on what that means. This dad was a straight up soldier and he was determined to get justice for his daughter. He wasn't on the same unit as the dude, but he snuck down the hallway, around the fucking corner, onto a whole nother unit that he wasn't even supposed to be on during a line movement. He ended up dragging the dude to the shower and tried to legit scalp him. He got a good ass ways into doing that too before he heard all the keys coming towards him. At which point he just started poking holes. When I tell you that it looked like a Dexter crime scene all the way from that unit, all the way up to fucking medical, that is not an exaggeration. Moral of the story, keep your fucking hands off people's kids.
Joe Biden nodded off in the middle of the interview. We're not making this up. Watch.
I have not made that formal decision, but it's my intention. My intention to run again. And we have time to make that decision.
Dr. Biden is for it. Mr. President. Oh.
Dr. Biden thinks that, my wife thinks that, that we're doing something very important.
Whoa. He literally nodded out in the middle of an answer about whether he was running again. And right before he nodded out, he said, oh yeah, I'm probably going to run again. So take 3 steps back. Only a guy who was supremely confident in the effectiveness of voter fraud could do something like that. Because, like, he's not even trying. What, huh? Yeah, I'm running again. Yeah, Dr. Biden. Oh, she's a doctor? Really? Joe Biden.
What is the difference for the backup on the wall? What is the difference? You're saying, I don't know why are we having a dance party now?
So now I guess what he's doing is playing copyrighted music so the video can't be put up instead of just letting this person exercise their right to film. And what it actually does is obviously make police look stupid and petty and silly. And like I've been saying for years, we have a fragile ego issue in our profession. It starts at a veteran level and a leadership level. We have to do better.
This guy will take any risk to try and save the dog. As you can see, he's going down with a machine into the river because the dog, due to a landslide in his country, has fallen into the river. The dog is just a little higher up. He comes with the flow. So he's going to go to the bottom, position himself as best as he can, and do everything he can to save him. But the task is difficult because with the flow of the current, the dog is going to come very quickly. He'll have to be quick. Look, the dog appears right at the top of the video. You can see he's exhausted because for several minutes he was down there. So he's having trouble breathing in some kind of liquid mud. The man tries to call the dog to tell him to get ready so that he can catch him more easily. The dog sees him, so he tries to come towards him, but because of the flow, the man can't catch the dog right away. Unfortunately, he almost got stuck, but by doubling his efforts, he finally managed to catch the dog. This guy will take any risk to try and save the dog. As you can see, he's going down with a machine into the river